Good afternoon, it's Peer and Films on the road again in FA Vase action with St Austell. This afternoon though we haven't made too long a trip, just up to Poltaire where they host the game with Stanway Rovers. Stanway, well, what do we know about them? They've made a heck of a trip down from Colchester, 350 miles or so they won't be down here on a jolly, as the manager has already said. They, in the Vase, have only conceded a handful of goals. In fact, the last three they've kept clean sheets. Haven't scored too many, only 11 goals in total, and they've had 10 different players notch those. So we don't know who their main striker is, but we do know that they're going to be a very tough opposition. St Austell themselves, well, they come into this match. They've scored 24 in this competition. Obviously, Liam Eddy is the star man, 9 goals so far. But he will need all the support and the help of his teammates today. One player not playing, Ollie Brokenshire, he's still carrying a suspension, so he'll be missing today. But we're hoping for lots of action. The last game at Greenwich was an absolute cracker. We're looking for the same again today, and another win for AFC St Austell versus Stanway Rovers. Join Peer and Films after the break for all the action.
The whole process from start to finish was extremely enjoyable, and also, I have to say, I found it surprisingly easy. I had been apprehensive beforehand, just a little bit nervous, yes, but Mark straight away put me at my ease. He was very professional throughout, and I also have to say I was struck by the way that he took a very genuine interest in my life story.
Okay, that's right, November the 5th, Western Morning News. So it was November the 3rd was the actual day of the match. This was the Monday Western Morning, 1962.
We chatted at home while he filmed. We went out to various sites for location shots to illustrate different phases of my life. And I can see the bride's face now very, very clearly still. I would have been about 4 or 5 at the time, I suppose. And I had some fun rooting out some old photographs from way back when. Throughout it all, I relived many happy memories, and this was another surprise. I actually found myself recalling some things which I'd long ago forgotten. The whole experience, in fact, I'm bound to say, was genuinely very moving for me. And as for the end product, well, what can I say? It's a long time, it's a very long time, in fact, since I last had something of such great quality and something which, for me and my family, is of such immense value in so many ways. Great value, worth every penny, and I would honestly recommend it to anyone.
Got Glynn Hooper alongside, summarising this afternoon. We're looking for the same again as we had at Greenwich. Glynn, your thoughts before the kick-off?
Very different game to the Greenwich game. I think Phil did his homework on the Greenwich boys and knew where their strengths were. This Stanway side is a very, very hard-working side, very direct side. Together, they're good friends, both on and off the pitch. And you can see in their recent result when they were 3-0 down and came back to 3-0 in one of their League Cup games, that they're going to battle to the end here today. This is, in Phil's words, a tougher game than Greenwich, but it's great to see so many people out supporting today, even down to someone like Gaz Douglas, who's flown in from Thailand to watch this game this weekend.
Yes, people from all over the world then coming to Poltaire. FA Vase action with Peer and Films, AFC St Austell versus Stanway Rovers. And so, the Lily Whites AFC St Austell kick-off here at Poltaire, and early field the ball from Martin Watts. Just really one change from the side that won up at Greenwich Borough. Ollie Brokenshire suspended, so Damon Mulready is in place of him. And there's a bit of head tennis here at the moment. Watts skims off his head, but he's pushed in the back. Similar lineup, Glynn. Do you see much different in the way St Austell's going to play it?
No, they'll line up 4-4-2. Chris Rescue will just drop inside today. Damo will come in on the left-hand side. which will help at set pieces as well. So they're matched up exactly the same, Stanway 4-4-2. So early stages, free kick here to St Austell, not one of Watts's best. But there's a little chance here for Stanway to break.
Watts tries to make up for it, and in the end gives away a free kick on the number 8, Danny Slatter, and immediately a bit of physical stuff.
Yeah, I think St Austell have come out and said, you're not going to bully us off the pitch. Chris Resky's gone and dealt with the boy Slatter, who is their playmaker in the middle of the park. He's also very physical himself. I believe he's an ex-pro, and I know Phil was very impressed with him when he went up and watched. So yeah, straight away I think they've just come out and said, you know, we're here, and we can match you for the physicality.
So the free kick, Stanway into the box, goes over Wetter, and in fact the number 10, Fondit Talun, should have put that one away.
Yeah, should have scored. Their strength, get the ball into the box early. Just got in underneath the ball, it's dropped at the 9 or the 10's feet, Cole Mike, and it's gone back into the centre half, and he's blazed it over from, what, 6 yards. Stanway should be 1-0 up, but that's a real warning for St Austell that they've got to protect their box from any long ball situation.
So let's hope don't see too many of those chances. Dan Lee clearing that one, that's going to land almost on the head of Mark Hopper, but he couldn't quite head that one away. So Chanel Fox with the throw, then the touchline. Dan Lee is there for St Austell and wins the throw. Long throw for Eddie to try and get on the end of. Cleared by Stanway. Comes off ahead of Jake Presley for a throw to St Austell. Lean will take it. Rescue running into the space, but chooses to back it towards Slateford, and that's cleared. Lean with the throw, long one in towards Eddie, but it's intercepted, long ball forward towards Fondit Talun, but too long and hard for him to catch that one. Lean with the throw, Fox puts it towards St Austell's back line. Sims picks up Giles' clearance, but it's back in Stanway's possession for a split second. Fox trying to feed it down the line, but out of play, and early thoughts, Glynn?
I think Stanway will be very pleased with the way they've started. St Austell haven't had really any possession at the moment. Jared Sims is going to be crucial to what St Austell do today. They've got to get the ball in and around him, get the ball into his feet, because he does make them play. If they don't go through him, then Edge is going to get isolated, and the ball's going to keep coming back onto the back four of St Austell. So I think if I was the manager of Stanway at the moment, I'd be pretty happy with the first 6 or 7 minutes of this game. That they've come all the way, and they're certainly not looking to be out of possession or majorly disruptive in the way they're playing.
Already towards Sims, but just picked up by Boylan, the Stanway skipper, central defender, long ball forward by Fox, but that'll go through to Jason Chapman.
Are you taking it?
Yeah.
Chapman with the kick, which already was waiting to head on, but it was intercepted by Adam Lampson. Rest of the game was Stanway. Boylan to Fox. Long ball forward again towards the big number 10. More of a clearance and finding a teammate, and St Austell for the moment just finding it difficult to find a teammate.
Yeah, Stanway are quicker to the ball. at the moment around the pitch. They're just picking up the second ball, middle of the park. They haven't allowed Chris Resky or Geordie Dingle to settle. And obviously an awful lot goes through them. But yeah, Stanway are much sharper at the moment than St Austell.
Watts with again an unpleasant clearance which did almost get the camera on that occasion. Fox with a throw down this bottom touchline. Ball runs across Hampshire, already all clear towards Liam Eddy. Now, every time the ball goes close to Liam Eddy, the crowd start to just pick up, and you heard the Scottish supporters there behind that goal mouth. Been quiet up until now. Also, great to see a crowd like this at Poltergeon.
Yeah, fantastic for the club. We've said all year whilst they've been on this run, it's great to see them, such a big club in the county, progressing. And again, this is a reward for all the hard work that's gone over the last few years. Probably 700-800 here, I would have thought today.
So wants to attack it for the moment. Sims couldn't quite nod it on towards Eddy. Oh, Dingle with a bad tackle there on Slattery, and that could be the first yellow of the game.
Yeah, probably the right decision as well. He's gone to ground. Slattery's made the most of it, but they are very, very sharp. Stanway are winning every single second ball. Every time a St Austell player gets on the ball in the middle of the park, they're closed down by 1-2 players. They haven't let them settle at all, and at the moment they're starting to build pressure, Stanway.
So kicked by Hughes into the box. Giles goes up, good header out. Back in again, a header by Neil, then not in the direction he would have wanted. Already picks up the loose ball, not able to get Eddy in. Hampson all the way through the Chapman. Some but the ball is too long, but again keeping St Austell pending their own half. Huge throw. Sims with Fox on his shoulders. Dan Lee by far being the busiest man in the St Austell side at the moment. All these throws on this bottom flank. That one towards Eddy, but Eddy out by Fox, then Dingle for St Austell. Sims to Slateford. Two men shutting him down. He gets cross in, it comes off from Fox in the corner to St Austell.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure. Neil Slateford in the corner. Good feet, as we know he's got. He's managed to work a corner here. St Austell scored a lot of goals this year from set piece, but Stanway also are a big physical side. So it'll be an interesting battle this one, but a really good opportunity with Watsy's delivery to try and put some pressure upon them here.
Sun in the keeper's eyes as well, which make it even more interesting. Quick comes in from Watts, made the way up the near post. Slateford back into the penalty area. Keeper wanted it, but it's clear for the moment. Resky trying to put Stanway's back four under pressure. The assistant referee is flagging for offside, I think. Oh no, what is he flagging for, Glynn?
Yeah, I think the ref wants to actually speak to the referee. Something's gone on, I think. There's a free kick to St Austell. He's seen something off the ball. It's not an offside, so it'll be an interesting one here why he's brought him across. But he's certainly given a free kick to St Austell. He's having a quiet word with the referee. Let's be interesting to see what decision they come to here and if anyone needs to go into the book.
And of course, the free kick, if we assume it's where the ball is at the moment, is Martin Watts' territory.
Yeah, maybe. Be interesting to see where they actually place this ball. But yeah, he's seen something off the ball, yellow or red. If it's off the ball, it's going to be a very, very interesting. The way he's speaking, I'd say this is going to be a yellow card. but the linesman's definitely seen something.
Mr. Nutt has done his bit. There's a free kick to St Austell, which is surely going to be what he wants number 3 to have a go. He does. Oh, and just in the side netting.
Yeah, strange wall that was set up. The wall was certainly too far to the keeper's right, which allowed Watsy to drill it down the left-hand side of the wall, and that was inside the post. The keeper wasn't getting there. But yeah, first real chance for St Austell.
Cooper at Vase there with Dingle. It's in the touch. Shatter on the ball. Knocks it towards the left side. Take the players in. He's there though. Here's, and he can't get there before the number 5 Neil there. Good header out by Giles. Sims just going into Slatter there, the wrong side.
Yeah, Slatter's cute. He's been around. You can see he's got the experience. Every single challenge he's going to ground. He's making a fuss of everything. So also just got to keep their heads. They just haven't started to play yet. St Austell, they haven't played their game. I think they've got involved with the way Stanway play, which are from back to front very early. St Austell's strength is getting players on the ball, their technical ability, and it's another opportunity for Stanway to put the ball in the box, which is something that St Austell don't want to happen.
Craig Hughes with the kick, little chip into the box. Nina's up, in clearance. Sims, but loses possession too easily there. Ball in by Slater, which Jason Chapman has no trouble collecting. So first quarter of an hour completed. St Austell against Stanway, goalless in this 5th round FA Vase. Furthest that both sides have reached in their history. Giles loses possession to Fondit Telun. Comes inside, shot blocked by Giles. And Watcher clears. Watts just a little bit time limit. Look up, and that's a long ball forward which Eddie will try and race onto. The keeper is out, goes straight to Neil Slateford. He looks up, he goes for goal, and it's there! Brilliant goal by the number 11 St Austell, Neil Slateford.
That is a little bit of class from Neil Slateford. Good ball forward from Watsy, which obviously Eds is always going to look to close down. Poor clearance from the keeper. Great first touch. 35 yards out from Slates, and he's really kept his calm there and stroked the ball over the keeper's head, just in underneath the crossbar. They needed that because Stanway have really played well in the fashion that they've done in the first 15-20 minutes. Really interesting 5 minutes now coming up for St Austell.
Neil Slateford on the ball. Stanway with no doubt want to get straight back in it. Already clears after number 7 Adam Hansen.
That was the keeper. Phil spoke about how poorly he kicked and felt that there could be a weakness. I certainly saw from crosses that there could be a weakness, and again there today he's come to his feet. He's not delivered, and he's been hurt and punished severely for it.
Chapman with a good goal kick, getting plenty of distance. Cleared by Neil. Chris Rescue on the ball. Dingle. back to, he tried to knock it back to rescue, but Slater picked up, but well done Jared Sims, regains possession. Already into that path of Eddie, but knocked away by Neil. Need this free kick given away there.
Yeah, Damo's just leaned into the lad in front of him, and the ref's going to give anything in and around there. He isn't going to want to be controversial and let something go. But you just sense a change immediately. St Austell seem to have raised their game now, a little bit of confidence, and perhaps self-belief has come into their game. And Stanway are now going to be tested, but we do know that they can come back, as we said the other week, from 3-0 down. So awful long way to go, but a great start for St Austell.
Possession already robbed by Hampson. Quickly knocks it towards from the Tulloon, but Martin Giles is there. Rescue, nice ball into Dingle, no Slateford, but he's robbed by Crowsley, then the free kick.
3 different players from St Austell had the ball, and each and every time Stanway were immediately upon them to close them down, gave them no time at all. And I think this is the part that St Austell will struggle with and need to adapt really quickly. They're not used to this week in, week out, and this is the difference between playing the level that they are in Cornwall to the level that Stanway are playing week in, week out. The intensity of the game is far, far stronger.
So Craig Hughes taking all the free kicks in that area. Plenty of Stanway players in the box. Again, clipped in, it's from the Tulloon, got the header in, but no problem for Chapman.
Yeah, fondly Tulloon took the header, but it was literally dropping onto the 9's head. Ray Turner, who was just in behind him. Again, they've had 5 now opportunities to put the ball into the box, and St Austell can ill afford to keep giving away these free kicks that allows them to do it. They're going to get hurt in the end.
Ball back in play, Dingle trying to get it to Eddie, but Hughes gets in there first. Ball by Boylan, 2 St Austell players going for the same ball, but now they come away. Lean inside to Slateford. Slater was in there very, very aggressively, but fair tackle. Slater not hanging around with that one.
No, we said about him at the beginning, he loves a challenge. The way Lash described him was a bit of a shake and crack sort of player. Sits in there, dictates the play, makes 60-40s against into his own, and it just showed again there that he is going to try and boss the midfield. He's verbal and he's extremely physical.
Sort of player that everyone wants in your side. So Stanway back in possession. Tackled one already. Giles has to clear. Smith with the long throw into the box, near post. Giles gets there. So throw take 2. Smith again near to that near post. Lean was there to head away. Dingle wins the ball. And this box side towards Eddie. Shut down by Fox. Slateford wanted it, but wasn't able to get it to him. Lean with the clearance. Out of play. And Lean to Jared Sims. Good turn by Sims into Liam Eddy. Eddy to take on the number 6 Hampson. Wins the throw.
Yeah, good touch by Simsy. Plays the ball down into the channel for Edge to get on, and again we're down in the bottom right hand corner now at Poltaire Park with Dan Lean. But again, 2 opportunities for Stanway to get the ball in the box previously from throw-ins. Second opportunity, little half chance there for the 10, which was well cleared by Dan Lean. Martin Giles at the moment has been immense back there. He won everything in the air. and he's going to have probably the game of his life today to keep the Stanway side out.
A good throw in, which comes back to Dan Lean. This will find Chris Rescue, little ball in towards that far post, headed out. Now it's Presley on the ball for Stanway Rovers. Sims shuts him down, and he also closes down Craig Hughes. Slateford, his goal of course separating these two sides at the moment. It's a long burst for Stanway. Wetter, cool, headed back to the keeper.
Quality, yeah, quality from Lee Wetter, under pressure from the attacker in behind him, the White Turner, and he's just nodded it back to his keeper. That shows, you know, Lee Wetter's just come on an awful long way in the last 18 months. Has often been rash, but I've got to say I've been so impressed with his play this year. A real leader on the pitch and off the pitch, and he just showed that calmness today.
Stanway in possession for the moment. Turner on the ball, but runs out of pitch. So it's one of these free kicks that Hughes has taken some money off so far. Flag is up for offside early on, so no problems there for the home side. Of course, slope must be an advantage to the home side, but you played him many times, Glynn, more as opposition than for the home side. But which way would you rather play?
Just the ball's just going in the left channel at the moment of Stanway. Good pressure from Simsy, Slates as well. Ball comes back out to the edge of the box, but Slattery should be able to clear this now. I probably preferred playing.
We got a break here. Fondu Tyloo will come back to Glynn on that one in a minute, but he runs. Still Stanway ball. Quick throw. Smith on the ball, then Hughes with a cross. Pulls it back. Shot comes off Dan Lean, and it's at the corner.
Yeah, good break. Stanway, this corner ball, which again they're going to look to put this right in on Chapman, I would presume. Looking at their set pieces online, that's what they do. The 4 will go and stand right in on Chapman. The 5 will look to attack it. The 10 will look to attack it. The 9 Turner's gone on Chapman as well. This is a dangerous time for him.
Kick comes in, goes over everyone. Tyloo on the ball. Slateford is in there though, and he clears, does well. Fox fouls Eddie. Might have been a case that Liam went down quite easily there.
Centre forward should do. Yeah, he's taken the pressure off his side. I would have thought they'd have been disappointed with Stanway would have been disappointed with the delivery into the box. It was too far out. But going back to the question, which way did I prefer playing? I didn't really care like that, as long as I played on the top side.
And roll down to the bottom side. Watts with a kick. That's a better one into the box, putting the keeper under pressure, but no one there to challenge.
Well, that surprises me. I would imagine they've talked about it before the game about putting it in on the keeper, and no one's challenged him. Great win by Wets. Rescue a little bit of time on the ball here.
Does well, beats 2. Then he runs into Jack Smith, gets the kick. Austell with that 1-0 lead through Neil Slateford. Brilliant goal. Sims to Eddie. Eddie runs at them, does well. Eddie goes for goal, but just over.
Oh, he should have scored. It's a great run. Ball's come into Sims. He's held it up well. A little bit off the ball here. Referee, I don't know whether he's seen it, but the keeper's got himself involved in behind the goal. This is a really testing time now for the referee. Has he seen it or not? I've got to say I didn't see it, but Edge has gone to ground. The keeper is pleading his innocence. Neil Slateford's gone across to speak to the linesman. Referee now is going to come across to the linesman. This could be a big decision for this game now.
There's Daniel Beeson, the keeper, who obviously had a little bit of afterwards there with Liam Eddy. Eddie's still down. Referee talking to his assistant. Now it is a question of whether enough was seen to decide on anything. There's a card coming out by the looks of things.
Well, if there's a card coming out and it's off the ball, you've got to say it's got to be a red card. Yeah.
And it is a red card. Daniel Beeson, the Stanway keeper, being shown the red card by Mr. Knapp, and off the pitch incident there with St Austell striker number 9 Liam Eddy, but Beeson, you could say, was at fault for the goal so far, and no, that's really made his afternoon.
Yeah, that's disastrous for them. Absolutely disastrous. I didn't see it, but Edge went down. Certainly the support behind the goal always adds to that as well. And linesman's obviously seen it. He's had a word with the referee, and as soon as he went to his pocket, if it's anything off the ball, then it's going to be a red card. But Stanway bench aren't happy. A little bit of aggro up there. The keeper's gone in the dressing room, obviously very, very disappointed, but now they've got to regroup. The 4 for Stanway, Jack Smith looks like he's going to go and take the gloves. Wow, we said it up at Greenwich when they had the player sent off early in the second half. What an opportunity again. You know, quarter-final now is in St Austell's hands.
That's said by Glynn Hooper as Jack Smith is putting on those yellow gloves. 37 minutes played, and could that really turn the game St Austell's way? Jack Smith with the goal kick, his first touch in the green shirt. Slateford knocks it forward first time, but Boylan is there using Fox, gets the ball back again. Waiting to get Liam Eddy on. Ooh, now Liam Eddy's on the ball. First time to test the keeper, Smith. Oh, and he perhaps takes it too quickly and knocks it wide.
Well, the centre half has been caught out because Eds is on the touchline. The ball's central. The referee's waved him on because it's not in his area of the pitch. And Eds has literally run straight at the centre half, who's not aware of it, has taken it off him, and he's one-on-one with the keeper, and he's not even tested him. But Stanway are making some changes. Looks like the 7's going off, but they've set up at the moment as a 4-3-2. So they've kept the 2 up top. They're obviously going to have to work hard as a midfield 3 to slide from right to left, left to right. But oh, what a chance! What a chance from Eds, and just snatched at it. I just thought he went through and he was away from the centre half. He just snatched at it.
Yes, and that substitution, number 12, Mark Mayer coming on. Adam Hampson, the unfortunate player to no doubt have to leave because of the sending off, which is never a good thing if you're a player, but that's the way it is.
Second ball's in here. Second ball. Second.
Eddy on the ball, knocks it into the path of Slateford, but referee gives the kick, and at the moment everything seems to be going St Austell's way.
Yeah, very much so, and St Austell have got to take advantage of this now. Just talking to Paul here from St Austell Voice, he saw what happened in behind the goal. Edge went to ground after missing a good opportunity, and as he got back up, the keeper just ended up pushing him back down to the ground. Violent conduct, red card.
Slateford with the ball in already, picks it up, shouts of handball there with the St Austell supporters behind the goal. Boylan was the man who cleared it though. Wetter to Dingle. Nice ball through to Neil Slateford. Eddie's at the far post, so's Darren Sims. Eddie made the run, then he checked, the ball is in, Smith doesn't grab it, Eddie back to Mulready. Oh, well blocked there by the substitute, Mark Mayer.
Yeah, great block by the 12 Mayer. The keeper's come from it. Obviously, the outfield player has dropped it. Great chance for them. Stanway are obviously rattled. If St Austell can get themselves a goal before half-time, they've got a major uphill battle here, Stanway, to get themselves back into this.
So, glorious afternoon for football here at Voltaire. Slateford with the kick. Already goes up, but unable to win it. Fox will clear, long ball forward, but no Stanway player in the St Austell half. Watts, time to look up, knock a long one. Hughes wins it though. Rescue, first on the ball for St Austell. Things have changed in that department in the last 10 minutes with the sending off of Beeson. St Austell winning everything at the moment. That's a long ball forward, but over, well, I was about to say over Fox, we've just got to head to it. Dan Lean is there. Comes inside using the skipper Rescue. Oh, unlucky, comes off Slater and got a goal kick to Stanway and a breather for the visitors.
At half-time, I'd be looking to exploit is between the centre-half and the full-back, Craig Hughes. Craig Hughes doesn't cover around at all the two, and there's a big area between the centre-half and full-back. Hopefully Phil's picked up on that as an area that we can look to go and exploit in the second half.
Fox, ball forward, blocked by Slateford. Throw in, which the number 3 will take. Slatter into Fontaine. Then the Fox. Slateford's there though. Dingles and Slatter in there together. Dingle stays on the deck and the ball's knocked away by Lean, but referee will just hold up play to have a look at St Austell's number 4.
Slattery has gone straight through Geordie Dingle. Nothing wrong with the tackle. You have a touch too many, and he's going to look after you. But I don't see it changing too much for Stanway in the way they attack. They're not looking to pass the ball around. They're still going to be very direct, so they're very much in it. And St Austell, I think, certainly need that second goal.
So whilst Geordie Dingle is off receiving treatment, it's 10 men apiece as Stanway trying to push forward. Turner doing well, but cleared by Watts. Straight to Slatter though. Using Fox on this bottom side. Shapes for Geordie Dingle to come back onto the pitch, but Stanway still in possession. Slatter gets past Rescue, but Slateford's there. Keeps it in play down this bottom touchline, but good header, cushion header there by Boylan towards Mayer, but Sims wins the ball. St Austell back in possession, still waiting for Dingle to come on. Now he does. 1 minute, I think that was, of added time to play. Eddie goes in, wins the corner. Good play by Liam Eddie.
Yeah, well done by Ed. Good little flick there from Damo. Again, a good clearance from Watts. Stanway have gone, they've changed it, they've gone 4-4-1 now. They've brought the 10 back into left midfield, who looks ever so confused. His captain's had a real go at him about his positioning. He certainly isn't very familiar with that position, but good opportunity here for St Austell as the ball comes into the box, hopefully onto the keeper. Oh, great clearance from the 10, but out to Chris Rescue. Hopefully he can recycle this ball back into the box.
Audrey Watts up that top wing to Eddie. Oh, does well again. Tried to get there. We've got the cross in, but Ray Turner back there defending, has to concede the corner. How good it would be if St Austell were to get this second goal just before the half-time break. We are in added time now.
I would just love to see this ball right in underneath the crossbar. Ask the keeper the question.
Eddie out by the big number 10. Sims to Giles. Tries to get the shot in, but it's blocked by the number 2, Hughes. And time for a long throw from Watts.
Yeah, it looks like he's making his way across. They do look very strong though in that area. Perhaps would be better off a little bit shorter, setting it up, just pulling them around slightly in the box to have a second ball go in there rather than going in first time, which is what they've done. Reski, different angle into the box, little flick on from Mulready, but again the 10's there to clear away. He's done well in that area.
Slateford though keeping the pressure on Stanway. Johnson's there with a header, but offside, and keeper Smith grabbing it and holding it. This was sure to be the last attack from Stanway before the half-time whistle, but it's headed on by Fox, cleared by Lean. Sims in possession. Taking on Fox, wins the free kick, does well.
Yeah, did very well. Minimal contact, but as we said throughout the first 45 minutes, you know, centre forwards feel contact, they're going to go to ground. And another opportunity. I'd love to see Watsy come across here actually and go infield, in swinger, in towards the keeper. And ask the question. We haven't asked the question yet of that keeper. This is obviously the delivery here is going to be an out swinger.
This is Dan Lean, the man with the kick. Towards the far post, Giles goes up, comes off the number 10 for Stanway, but no, I thought that was a corner, but not too much of a strike behind the goalkeeper there. Some also supporters with their drum. Boss to clear, finds Mulready inside to Jared Sims. Ball out of play, but referee blows for half-time. So Glynn, just sum up your thoughts from the first half. That one goal, the difference, that goal from Neil Slateford after 16 minutes.
The bit of class of the first half is the difference between the two sides. Stanway were and are is what we expected, very direct. And St Austell, as the half has gone on, have got stronger. Obviously now with the sending off of the keeper, you're never going to have a better opportunity than this to get yourself into a quarter-final of a national competition. But they've got to try now to make sure that they don't give away soft free kicks to allow Stanway to get forward, to put the ball into their box. And if they're able to do that, I can see them going through and progressing to the quarter-finals, and I can see one or two more goals for St Austell as well.
Half-time, St Austell 1, Stanway 0. So we're off for the second half of the FA Vase action here. St Austell 1-0 up from that 60-minute goal from Neil Slateford. And of course, sending off there towards the end of the first half, the Stanway keeper, which has meant that Jack Smith is in goal for the visitors. Towards the end of the first half, they made that substitution. Adam Thompson being replaced by Mark Mayer. And at the start of this second half, they brought on another player, number 16, Jordan Palmer, has replaced striker Ray Turner. Turner, who is Stanway's highest goal scorer in this competition with 2 goals, would you believe it? 9 others on 1 apiece. So, striker off. St Austell pushing forward. Sims can't get there before Boylan, but a missed clearance. be a long one down lane into the penalty area. Mayer clears it. Vase is there now, using Chris Roski. In towards Leewat, who stayed up there, but Boylan couldn't get it, but the keeper Jack Smith was able to grab it. He throws it out using Fox. Fox is quickly shut down by Eddie. Boylan to his near side where we're standing of Craig Hughes, but straight to Martin Watts. That's that ball high, but Smith is there. Rescue on the wall. Down lane. Can't get it to Eddie. Fox is there to head it away, but this time the number 3 looking forward to take Closely. Fox with the throw, nodding on. Good backward header by Rutter, but still Stanway in possession. Fox to the number 16, Palmer. Good play by Stanway, keeping possession. Crossing by Fox, heading out by Marty Watts. Good header clearance, but Mayer will keep this ball in play. Sutter comes inside and goes past Rescue and wins the free kick.
Yeah, I think Slattery's first half performance just made Chris think twice about making that challenge, and he's left a foot there and he's brought him down in a dangerous area right outside of the box. But immediately you can see Stanway have changed their formation. They've got 2 up front straight away. So they've obviously had a chat, they've regrouped, and there was a good little passage of play there, probably the best passage of play that Stanway have had in the game so far.
Craig Hughes with the kick, headed out by Wetter. Mosley with the ball back in, Chapman will win it. And Fonduk Taloon falling on the Chapman's foot there and then screaming as if he'd been shot by a sniper.
Yeah, he's come in, he's taken Chappers out, which is a yellow card in itself. As Chappers has gone to the ground, obviously his legs come up in the air, and the 10 has made the most of it, and of course Stanway have all got around the referee, absolutely nothing in it. In fact, it should be a yellow card for the 10.
Chapman's free kick headed on by Lean, and he helps it head towards Slateford, but throw which Jerome Fox will take the Stanway. Hughes on the ball, goes past him already, and quick his heel, and I think it's going to be a yellow for Mulready.
Yeah, rightly so, but I think it's probably a good foul then. Mulready got sucked into trying to challenge for the ball, and it was a good first touch that took the lad past him, and it would have exposed the back four. But just talking to the St Austell faithful at half time, apparently the keeper slapped Eds around the face. Not very hard, but nevertheless that's something you can't do, and so that's cleared that one up for us. That it was a slap around the face as Ed's got up off the floor.
Hughes with the free kick. Lean gets the head to it. Slatter though, good tackle by Lean, stopping the run by Slatter, but thought about a quick throw that leaves it for 16 Jordan Palmer. Substitute came on at half-time for number 9 Ray Turner. He'll take this through. Another long one. Through everyone, cleared by Watts. Eddie against Fox. Fox gets there, not quite sure what he is going to do with it, but now Liam Eddie on the ball. Simon Hughes going for a goal, but needs a little bit of practice with that left foot of his.
Yeah, it's a comfortable side, and he's cut inside well after chasing the ball down and just placed it a long way over. But Stanway made a good start to the second half actually. You would have thought they're down to 10. I would have hoped St Austell would have come out and bossed the first 10-15 minutes, and they haven't done so. So it's important that St Austell don't think that the job's done. I think the substitution might have been, obviously the lad has got a long throw on him, and that might be a little ploy. It's the way I can see them getting back into the game is that throw in, set piece, and St Austell have got to be wary of it.
Giles not quite looking up forward the way we wanted to do, and straight to Stanway, and Fox in possession for them on the top side. By Lee, heavy outplay by Pip Boylan, the Stanway skipper. In from Lee. Fox gets ahead to it, by Hughes. Eddie is there. Now it did hit his hand for sure, but Hughes comes away with it and knocks the ball out of play.
Yeah, I've called handball, but yes, it hit his hand, but it was in the line of his body. He's brought his sort of arms up towards his face. He's probably 2 yards away. I don't think there's anything intentional there at all. So again, the referee has, for me, made the right decision.
Eddie spins the defender. I must admit, actually, with handball these days, it's a rule I don't understand anymore, because you see them giving on in the Premiership, and the pundits say, yes, definitely handball, but you can't get out of the way if you're only a foot away from it.
Yeah, the credibility's been lost with regards handball situations. One weekend you'll see one given, and the next weekend nothing. So it's an area of the game that I think needs to be looked at.
Corner comes in, far post. Giles goes up, but just over the number 6.
Yeah, opportunity at the back post for Giler. He's just got up a little bit too early, and the ball's gone over the top of him. I just want St Austell to raise the intensity of this game. It's flat at the moment, and that's gonna suit Stanway. And the later stages, Stanway are going to throw everything at St Austell, and that's going to make St Austell nervous. And all of a sudden, you find yourself in a 1-1 situation. That's going to raise Stanway's hopes, and they don't want to let them back in at all. So I'd really encourage at the moment from the sideline to get the players working a little bit harder. Never intentional. I don't think any player ever goes out there to intentionally not work hard. I'd just like to see them close Stanway down a lot quicker.
Free kick blocked by Fox. St Austell's throw, and so good to see so many people behind that Stanway goal, and how good it would be if they were able to see a second one go in. Everyone is a little bit flat at the moment.
Yeah, it is. Even the supporters behind the goal that are 3 or 4 deep. There's not a lot of noise going. This is nervous times for them. They can. The reality of getting to the quarterfinals is in front of them, and I think because of that, the tension around the ground you can feel, and certainly the players on the field are seemingly feeling it. Phil made a really good point. Play the game, not the occasion. This is the time now to step up to that.
Lean throw, headed out by Fox. Dingwall's there once again. Stanway finding touch pretty well at the moment, but not too much action going on the pitch. Slateford does well, gets away from two players, comes in at that near post over him already. Here Meddy will keep this ball in play though. Back to Watts. Towards that far post, two Stanway players go for it, they both miss it. Slateford, oh, towards that near post, and almost Smith made a mess of that into the back of the net, but managed to grab it and keep it out.
Well, I think you've got to look at that. Since the keeper's been sent off, that's the first real bit of work he's had to do, outside of one cross, I believe, and he really made it. Well, he made a mess of it, but luckily not a severe mess. But just been told, crowd today 853, which is fantastic, and I'm sure with a few people that get the odd invite in, we're probably talking 900 plus here today. So a real bonus for St Austell and the club, and it shows how much we stick together at Cornish football.
Yes, good crowd there, and Polterra Park buzzing at the moment. Jordan Palmer leaves throw to Fox. Jordan Palmer. No guesses what he's going to do with this one, although Boylan is running towards it. Skipper using Palmer again. Slateford's in there, wins the throw.
Well, that really surprises me. Yeah. The threat with 10 players is to get the ball in the box, and they've gone short to Slattery. Slates has done every well. Even St Austell dropped back into the box. There was an opportunity to get it into the box from Slattery, and he's gone back again. So it just releases the pressure again upon St Austell, but it's a very even second half. St Austell certainly aren't dominating this game as perhaps you'd expect with 11 versus 10.
Yes, at the moment we're glad to get the ball out, and Stanway back in possession again. Hughes aimed this ball in towards the box, which Stanley looks up, and great pass to Liam Eddy, but not quite able to get the good defending by the number 5, Josh Neal, although St Austell do win the corner.
Yeah, Edge has done well. The defender, I thought, was going to just shepherd the ball out of play, but because of the amount of pressure Edge has put upon him, and him concentrating on obviously Edge closing him down, he's just happened to put it out. Another chance, and we know how many goals St Austell scored this year from situations like this. Just get the ball underneath the crossbar. Let's test his keeper, but no one's even stood on the keeper. That really surprises me.
Rescue with a corner, far post. Giles goes up, and there it is. That's the second goal. That's what we wanted. Martin Giles, the man at the far post, getting on the end of Chris Rescue's corner. 2-0 St Austell.
Great header, fantastic header. Wetsy made the run in towards the keeper nice and early. They've obviously looked at hitting that one a couple of times. He got it wrong last time in that he got up a little bit too early. That time he made no mistake, met it perfectly. Above the big number 10, straight back across the goal. Keeper can only parry it into the roof of the net. That to me, that's the winning goal. St Austell quarter-finals.
Yes, on the hour, Martin Giles giving St Austell a 2-0 lead, and a bit of space between them and Stanway. Fox with the throw. Stanway, surely you've got to strike back pretty soon, otherwise the jolly that the manager didn't want, they'll be celebrating tonight, or commiserating tonight, back at the hotel. Appeals for handball there, or foul, but Lean clears it. Slatter tries to flick it on, but he's up there with Dingle. Watso with the long ball forward. Sims looked over his shoulder at the assistant referee, knew he was offside.
Yeah, he just gone a little bit early. But they're going to, Stanway now got to take real gambles at every set piece, and that's going to leave them exposed at the back. But we said about St Austell scoring from set pieces this year, how their set pieces have improved, and where we were worried about Stanway scoring from a set piece, St Austell have come up with their own. Little opportunity there for Stanway, but it's tamely headed into Chapman. Now they take the sting out of the game. Now you want the game to really die a death. At 2-0, that's the time that you want this game to die a death, and as it has been a little bit the first 15 minutes. But St Austell got it in the bag. All they now need to do is stay focused, stay calm, play the game. Phil Lafferty managing to try and keep the ball on the back of his neck when he flicks it up. He's becoming a bit of a cult hero around these areas.
Short one this time. Lean to Dingle, then back to Chris Rusky. The ball into Slateford, gets the rebound. Now he goes down, and I think it could well be a yellow for Slateford. Yes, yellow, which the Stanway players. Oh, what's happened there? Who is that that's gone in there? Is that Giles?
Giles gone in behind. It's the 8. It's Slattery, I believe. I might be wrong, but he's barged into the back of him. The player's gone down. Obviously, player's gone down because he's been caught from behind. They're going to try and even it up, and St Austell have got to be careful. They cannot give any opportunity. You don't need to get involved.
Referee having a word with his assistant. Now Chris Rusky, obviously the skipper, is doing his bit, having a word. Now Slatter is also being called towards the referee. Or is it? Yes, he's going to be given a yellow card. Oh no, what's going on there? Wallace Hughes, the number 2 for Stanway, getting involved with Rusky there. What we do know is that out of that, Slateford got the first yellow card, and then after the melee, Slatter has got the yellow card for Stanway. So Giles, who was involved, has managed to get away with nothing.
Yeah, he has got away with it. Slattery's winding it up. He wants players to rise to him. As soon as he went to ground, Slates, and I thought again the referee's got the decision right. Slattery was straight in the face of Slateford, and Giles run from the back, protecting his players. But that's what Slattery wants to happen. He wants to even this game up. He's going to use all his experience to try and get a St Austell player sent off, which then evens this game up to the point of, just goes past the post for Stanway. Try and even the game up. And even though they're 2-0 down, 10 players, that again is just going to give that an incentive.
Long way to go in this game, which St Austell defending at the moment, doing well. Sims back to Dan Lean. Slatter is there though. Ball forward, which overhit. Chapman will take his time before picking it up, shut down by the number 16 Jordan Talmer.
Slattery's in Rescue's ear constantly. He's pointing at him, and I'd imagine what he's saying is, Edge has done well, down in the bottom corner here, just to win the ball back and gets a corner. But no, Slattery's constantly, and he's still at it. He's still talking in Rescue's ear. He's winding Rescue up. Interesting scene. Slattery's there again. Edge is involved. The crowd are involved.
And certainly referee Mr. Nutt is going to have to get involved soon, I think, to calm things down slightly. Slatter's there. Eddie's going over to check and see what's happening. A lot of talk, no cards, but things just getting a little bit heated at the moment.
There's another sending off here today. Just St Austell got to make sure it's not them. I can see Slattery going, but chance to corner in, big scramble, good header away in the end. Back to Simsy, back to the back post, Damon Mulready under it. But given for a free kick, little push in the back.
Kick quickly taken, Fox on the ball. Already commits himself. Number 3 able to move forward with it, but then a missed kick, just touched the ball too far forward. Eddie, bit of ball to rescue into the path of Sims. He can't get past Hughes though. Jack Smith in goal. I bet when he left Colchester yesterday at 1 o'clock, he wasn't expecting to be wearing that green shirt at 4 o'clock. Shut down quickly by Sims, and Hughes for a big boy, number 2, goes down very quickly.
Yeah, he's been poor actually. I've been disappointed with him. As we said in the first half, he doesn't cover. Delivery on the ball is poor. He's certainly a weak link for them. Led with the elbow there. Big, thick set lad, but sorry, footballing ability not the best.
Slatter with the ball. Has to knock it back to Boylan. St Austell sitting back at the moment, defending this 2-goal lead. Slatter on the ball, but had to knock it quickly before it went out of play. And
Pass it to his feet then.
Boylan looks up, doesn't kick that ball as he would have wanted to, and it's out of play. It's a throw to St Austell. Eddie can't get away from the number 5, and well, Neil did fly in there a bit. Watts with his free kick towards that far post. Lean is there, and Fox went up with him, and it's a goal kick. Not sure that the crowd thought it was that way.
No, I'm not sure the referee knew either. And you know, in those situations, you always go with the defensive side. Slattery's the driving force behind this side, Stanway, and look after him. And I think everything will be very good for St Austell.
Eddie on the ball now, can't get away from Neil. Smith goes rushing off his line to grab that ball. Craig Hughes, what can he do with it this time? Long ball forward. Giles will win that one. Mayer. Sims knocks it back to Chapman. And offside there against the number 10, Van de Taloon, and flag was up quickly.
Yeah, just a ball into the channel, and he had just drifted into an offside position. Just looking at St Austell, it's gone a bit narrower in the middle of the park. In that they've gone to a 3, and they've left Eds up front on his own, because Simsy's gone out to the right-hand side. I just hope they don't bring unnecessary pressure upon themselves because they can't get out. I would like to see them really go and force the game and ask questions to Stanway rather than sitting back protecting. But they're under control. Each time the ball's out of play, it just slows everything down.
Not quite sure what's happening there with substitution. The board was up for Richard Meadows to come on in place of number 11, but it didn't happen for some reason. Sims gets wins the throw off Jake Paisley. man to come on with Richard Meadows. He's put his tracksuit top back on, so Eddie's struggling to keep it in play as well to do so in the end. Sims with the ball in, but blocked by Stanway. Giles to Mulready, but doesn't get to the ball first as Hughes, long ball forward, headed out by Giles, but only as far as Stanway 16. Giles is there again though, using Chapman. Mulready with time, but heads it on.
Neil Slateford's off the pitch. That's the reason why Jared Sims has turned in back into the right midfield. St Austell are looking to try and make a change, but obviously the ball's still in place. So they're down 10v10. That should be a free kick to St Austell. You can't hold the ball between your legs, and this will give them the opportunity now to hopefully make this change, unless they're waiting to see if Slates can come back on. But at the moment, both sides are with 10 players.
How rare are those incidents these days? A drop ball, but Stanway back in possession. Hughes inside. Tackle by Sims on the number 11, Jake Clousley, who went down quickly. This is dangerous.
Yeah, they need to get the sub on. Just for the last 2 or 3 minutes, Stanway have had possession of the ball. I can't understand. The player in the box has held the ball between his legs, which you can't do. And what he's gone and done, the referee, to even it up, is have a drop ball on the edge of the box, which Stanway are going to compete for. Simsy's just come in behind and given a free kick away. We're talking 25 yards out now, just right of centre. 3-man wall, danger time.
And one would imagine Craig Hughes is the man who's going to take this one. He's taken everything else. Goes straight into the wall, so another reason that Glynn Hooper won't be picking him in his FA Vase team from this Saturday's matches. Now we have a substitution for both sides by the looks of it. Richard Meadows does get his chance to come on in place of Jake Clousley. Ben Williams is also there for St Austell, who will be replacing Neil Slateford. Didn't actually see what happened to Slates though.
No, we missed it completely. We talked about St Austell going narrow and playing Simsy to the right, but I missed completely that Neil Slateford had gone off. So Ben Williams is going to come on.
The board said number 10 off for number 12. So Williams is coming on, but for Jared Sims. Now the question has got to be, unless both of us are going blind, where is Neil Slateford?
Have we completely missed it? Neil Slateford's been sent off.
Silence from both of us. I must admit, there was such a kerfuffle after that incident that it could well be that is the case. So both sides down to 10 men. We have to assume that is the reason he's not on the pitch. And but the good thing is, St Austell got a 2-goal margin advantage. Mulready in towards Eddie. Now Eddie turned, but the number 5 just put him out of his stride, and clearance by Smith. There's the substitute. Meadows in possession to Fox. That looks as if it could well be going out of play up that top side. And I think we have to assume that Slateford has been red carded, but that was, well, for a dive at the most, surely not, but for the moment, well, that ball's going to run out of play. But a red card for that seems rather harsh.
Definitely saw the yellow produced to Slates. I don't remember him picking up a booking in the first half, so I'm asking a couple of questions around me to find out what's happened.
Ben Williams knocks it forward. Definitely just counted the St Austell players, and there are only 10 out there on the pitch, so Wetzer with the header. Hughes brings it down to Stanway. On the Talon to Mayer, a little flick in by the number 12, but doesn't go anywhere, and Stanway will have the throw. Good play by Damon already. Little ball into Eddie. Oh, and that was a nasty challenge there on the number 5, Josh Neal. Surely the referee will have a word with him in a minute. Eddie's still on the deck, but I think he's okay, believe it or not. But it wasn't the best of tackles. But Fox brings it forward for Stanway, but it's intercepted by Lean. Ben Williams moving forward. He won't catch that ball though. Slope beat him as Boylan comes away with it. Slatter, middle of the park, out to Fox. They're using the 14 Meadows. Fox comes in from Fox. Rescue, good header out. And as far as the number 8 though, Danny Slatter. Meadows with a shot. And over the bar, but let's bring you back to that challenge by number 5 on Liam Eddy there.
Well, it's a yellow card, and the referee's played advantage, and he's done nothing about it afterwards. You know, I think he's had a really good game, but he's got that one. He's got that one wrong. That from behind, you know, and Phil's saying that to the linesman. But I've just spoken to 1 or 2 supporters here, and I can see them looking around going, oh yeah, they're down to 10. So a lot of us have missed that. Neil Slateford looks like sending off.
Hughes in the Slatter. Ball forward, but Giles would deal with that one. Vital header there by Giles, long ball by Wetter. He put his hand up straight away to admit to Eddie that he'd overhit that ball, but as far as St Austell supporters go, it's down the right end at the moment. Smith with a kick. Ben Williams doesn't meet it cleanly, but stays in possession of St Austell. Giles up, and then Watts, and well, long clearance, but I guess West is out of play. Stanway can't score.
Yeah, a bit of rearguard action at the moment from St Austell. They're sitting very deep. They're asking Stanway, well, whether they're asking them, but Stanway are coming onto the back 4 of St Austell. St Austell are struggling to get out at the moment and get Eds away. You know, there's probably still 10 or so minutes to play yet. If Stanway get a goal back anytime soon, we're going to have a real grandstand finish here.
Stanway just picking things up slightly, tempo-wise, as Lean gets the ball away from Meadows, and then nice play by St Austell's side up that top flank as Williams wins the throw. St Austell's manager, therefore, will have to suggest he's not happy with something the referee didn't do, but Boylan in possession of Stanway uses Fox on the top side to Meadows. Lean again, wins the ball back, looked as if it got away from him, and then trying to get into number 8 Damon Mulready, but defender plays well there. And Hughes losing possession. Stanway coming forward though. Yes, Lawrence has got his flag up. Number 16, Jordan Palmer, put it in the back of the net, but we could see from here, could we, Glynn, it was offside.
Yeah, I thought both of them were offside, but again, it's another warning. St Austell committing a few players forward then. Mulready, Lean, Williams, Eds, Resky had all gone forward, and Stanway have left 3 up top now. They've very much gone 3 at the back, but with 3 up top as well. So they know that this is their final sort of attempt to try and get back in this game.
Yeah, with about 7 minutes of normal play to go, they've got to have a go at it. It's a long way to travel just to sit back and give in. But St Austell, dare one say, looking relatively comfortable that they can cope with anything Stanway giving them at the moment, but Hughes with this throw on this bottom side of Polter. Crowd of 853 now. Meadows is in here now. Lean to shut him down, comes inside. That's an effort which sails over the bar, but looking dangerous for the second.
Yeah, another opportunity for Stanway. Tight to an offside position, but he's got in, cut back inside, and he's put it over the bar. Yeah, just think St Austell just need to press the game a little bit. They're a little bit disjointed at the moment between their back four and their midfield. They just need to stay a little bit more as a unit.
The attendance today, 877.
It's gone up by 24. Announcement there, the attendance 877. So now that ball's overhit by Palmer. That'll be a throw to St Austell on this bottom side. Glynn Hooper summarises, checking his tickets to see whether the numbers that Terry Trinath is reading out, he's a winner or not, but top prize 150 quid, the beer will be on Glynn, I think, but for the moment it's Stanway coming for the great interception by Giles, and using Williams, left-footed player, playing on that right side at the moment, so he's always got to stop and think about coming inside. Fox wins it back off him, and Stanway back in possession again. Giles clears, there's Dingle, gets a touch to it, managed to get into Resky, but Stanway coming forward again. Good block by Giles. Already in Resky, getting in each other's way. There's Wattsville. Oh, he tried to get it past Mayer, but ball fell nicely to the number 12 for Stanway, Mark Mayer. Neil gave that ball away for Stanway, but it's just a little bit messy, and both sides, I think, know that time is running out.
Yeah, some tired legs out there now. Martin Giles has been immense, I've got to say. I think the whole back four for St Austell have been excellent, but Martin Giles with the goal, he's won everything in the air, he's put some crucial blocks in, and again he did the same again there. I just think he's really stepped up his game today, and we said at the beginning that Martin Giles might need to have to play the best game he's ever played. Well, he's on course for that today.
St Austell prepared to soak up the pressure for the moment. Long ball forward, which Dan Lean will just let run out of play, and this goal kick. Oh well, how good the timing is that? They just announced man of the match, Martin Giles, and they must have heard Glynn Hooper say that.
He's been superb. He's matured as a football player. Again, a player that often was criticised for the amount of bookings he picks up and sending off. I think he's had 2 all season in bookings. He's been an absolute colossal force back there today, and has built such a great relationship with Lee Wetters, and the two of them together are a formidable pairing.
Stanway though, for the moment in possession. Sartre miskicks that ball, Dingle gets ahead to it, prepared to give away the throw. St Austell waiting to make a substitution. Dan Mancaro, the man who will be coming on. Who's the man coming off them, Glynn? Can you predict that?
Yeah, Liam Eddy.
Ah, you saw the number. No, well, he's done his bit though, Liam, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's worked hard. On another day could have had a couple of goals, but obviously the controversial moment of the game is when their keeper got sent off. Eds was very much involved in that, and we talked about it at Greenwich about playing the game. Say what you like about it, he's played the game, the keeper's been sent off, and no one's going to remember that when the draw is made on Monday, and it's looking like St Austell are going to be in that draw for a quarter-final spot in the FA Vase.
For the moment, they're having to defend, and they do that well. Williams in there with a foot. And it comes, Chapman goes for it, and number 6, Pip Boylan, skied it over. Glynn Hooper said it was going to be a goal.
Yeah, I thought it looked to go all the way. Chapman's come for it. He's not got the best of contact on the ball. It's dropped 12 yards out, half volley, left foot, and he's blazed it over the bar, which, considering the first chance of the game was Stanway's, where they blazed that over from 6 yards. It could well be the last chance of the game that they've blazed that over from 12 yards. And the little bit of quality from Slateford has really been the difference between the sides, and obviously Martin Giles' performance and goal seems to have secured a very famous and I think probably in the end a well-deserved win.
Perhaps the only thing to tarnish the occasion is the dismissal of Neil Slateford after a brilliant goal, but the win is the important thing, as St Austell put Stanway under pressure for a split second there as Mayer tries to get that ball forward for Stanway. Wetter will get ahead to it. Watts will clear up. Oh, nice touch there by the ball boy.
That is magnificent. Can I sign you on? Oh no, I don't run a team anymore. What a touch by one of the young pals.
Slatter into Boylan. Stanway skipper pushing himself forward now. Knows that time is running out for the side from the Eastern Counties League Premier Division, 6th in the table. Haven't lost a game away from home in the league this season. Oh, Chapman wanted that ball. It's over the bar, but Chapman shouted for it, and Giles got ahead to it. Yeah, I think Martin Giles had committed to it. Jason had come for the ball, but wasn't the latest of calls. But I just think Martin Giles had already said to himself that he was going to take the ball, and it just flicks off the top of his head. And yeah, a little moment there for us. But no, it's looking like we're literally in the dying seconds now of this game. Chapman with the goal kick. 99 Carroll gets ahead to it. St Austell understandably just sitting back, letting Stanway come at them now. Meadows gets his body between the ball and the St Austell defender, but it's Mulready who comes away with it. Nancarrow, number 5 at his ankles, but Mulready will keep that one in play. Take his time, there's no one in there, but rescue is there now. Little clip ball in towards Williams, but Glynn Hooper shouting out, keep it in the corner. St Austell should be keeping possession at this stage of the game. Don't need a third goal. Just Damo's in the corner, get Stanway to run back 20-30 yards, close you down, waste a bit more time, waste their energy. Don't need that third goal, and it just gives the ball straight back to them now. But at least St Austell are back nice and compact again, and Wets wins a good header there for Geordie Dingle to pick it up in the middle of the park. Yes, St Austell's down lead, pushing that ball through, but all the way back to Jack Smith. Boylan bringing it forward for the visitors. He's got to pump it into the box, but that doesn't go all the way. Wetcher's there, he clears now. Dan Nancarrow. It's Nancarrow against the rest by looks of things at the moment. Does well getting Ben Williams into the game, into the action. Dan Lean making a great run down at right wing. Also got the energy from it at this stage of the game. He keeps it in play and I think wins the corner. Brilliant play. Firstly, Dan Nancarrow done great in the middle of the park. He could have turned and run at the defence. He didn't. He turned back inside, played it out wide right to Ben Williams. Dan Lean makes the run into the corner, gets the corner. So hopefully now what they do is they take their time. They have 2 players go across to the corner flag and they keep the ball in there. Fourth official put up the board as to how many minutes have added on time to go. Certainly St Austell, as one would expect, taking their time with this corner. They not exactly pushing many men forward either. They win another corner. Yeah, well played. Dan Nancarrow using all his experience. Oh, something's been said now. Something's been said to
The linesman, yeah.
And is it the man that Glynn Hooper's been on about all the game? Danny Slatter looks as if he's been given a red now. Is it the number 8?
Yes, it is. He's trying to boss the game verbally and physically. In the end, it's been too much for him. And he's, I think, said something, and the referee's come straight across and sent him straight to the stand. Straight red card as well. So where we thought we might lose one more, we've lost 2 more. So we're now 9v10, and that certainly is game over. And that's it. St Austell through to the quarter-finals of the FA Vase.
So, brilliant afternoon here at Poltaire Park. Finished St Austell 2 with goals from Neil Slateford and Martin Giles, 1 in each half. And but just summing up for us, Glynn, 877 people here to watch this game this afternoon. Brilliant afternoon, and we want them to come back and watch more football. But now it's all about 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock on Monday. Another home tie, perhaps?
I think you've got to now at this stage. St Austell will relish the chance to play at home, quarter-final of a National Cup. This isn't about an away day and the fans enjoying an away day and the players enjoying an away day. This now is the serious end of the competition. We went to Whitehawk in the quarter-finals, and it was as intimidating a place that we've ever played at. And we actually had to have a police escort out of the ground on that day. Get St Austell at home, and they could well here progress to a semi-final, which would be magnificent.
Quarter-final to come first, of course, but for the moment, a great afternoon at Poltaire Park. Finished here, AFC St Austell 2, Stanway Rovers 0. Well, another tremendous afternoon for St Austell Football Club. Phil Lafferty, the manager, you must be so proud.
Takes something to find a prouder man than me at the moment, Dave. Absolutely delighted. Seems like deja vu. We were doing this 3 weeks ago, obviously, but this is a step closer. I think it was a tougher game, particularly blood and thunder game. So yeah, I'm extremely proud and so happy at the moment. Yeah.
Not the prettiest of matches, as we've said already down here, but and in fact, the first quarter of an hour, Stanway, I have to say, looked the better side. But the goal from Neil Slateford, what a brilliant piece, of football that was.
There's small margins in games like this, and you're quite right, it was very tight, and we were probably a little bit nervous, more nervous than them at the start. You don't travel, as we did when we went to Greenwich, you don't travel that way and then don't come out all guns blazing and have a go at them. And they did that to us today. Of course, Ollie Brokes was going to be a bit of a miss for us, and we were a little bit unnatural in midfield in our starting lineup today. But when you need something a little bit special to calm your nerves, and you've got the likes of Neil Slateford in your ranks, it's quality players, and all from a stone throw from this ground, this pitch. He's a local lad. He will be disappointed what happened later on in the game on a personal level, but what a finish, and it did calm us.
Calm you down, and then of course the sending off of the Stanway keeper just before half time. You must have thought, well, what did you say to the players in the change room at half time?
I'll probably sound a bit smug now, but at half time I said he probably won't be the only one that's sent off. I said the 8 will be sent off. I told him that before the game, told him at half time. I said today is a day for staying on the side of the officials. And I'm obviously I'm a right one to be saying that, but it really, and I think it worked. Their players were telling their manager within 20 minutes of the game, stop getting on his back, stop getting on his back. They weren't apartheid, they weren't from around here, they're from Bristol, so they owed us nothing. And I just think us staying on their side whilst they lost their heads with them, I think really did work for us today. Yeah, it's gamesmanship, isn't it?
And of course, on the hour, Martin Giles with that header, 2-0. It was all easy from there.
Well, I don't know if down the end of that lens it looked easy from there. From my technical area, I didn't feel like it was easy, but what a finish from Martin Giles. 2 local boys there, 2 different kind of players, but 2 great goals. That's Martin Giles all over. And there'll be no prouder man than him either. He will be absolutely delighted that his goal sealed the win today.
And now we have to mention Neil Slateford getting the red card. It flummoxed both Glynn Hooper, as summarised today, and myself. We didn't actually see him leave the pitch.
Nor did Gary Penalligan. I was I was trying to pull Gary and Andy together to try and work out our next move, and Gary was dead against having to change anything, and of course I was asking, should we pull Simsy off and put Nanks on or Ben Williams on? So Gary didn't see it either. First of all, I thought it was Martin Giles, and particularly with characters taken into consideration, who wouldn't think it was Martin Giles? He was in the melee. But yeah, pretty uncharacteristic for Slate. Maybe the moment just got to him a little bit.
Everyone asks, what did you do though?
I can't tell you. I actually don't know yet. I haven't had a chance to try and talk to any of them yet, other than congratulate them, so I don't actually know. But at least with Neil Slateford, he will tell you what he's done, because he's honest, just like the rest of my squad.
And of course now it's all waiting until that vital time of, midday on Monday?
Yeah, can't wait. We'll be buzzing until then. It'll be, eagerly anticipating the draw, see where we are. Home would be nice, yet again. But God, this is tough rounds now. We're in real tough stage now. So whoever it is, yes, we'll have to do our own work. Yes, we'll have to be at our best and at our strongest on that day. But we're in it. We're in that hat, and the whole town and county that we're representing, and the South West Peninsula League can all be proud and look forward to that draw on Monday now.
I was going to say, it must be so pleasing to have all the messages, all the tweets this morning from yesterday. The phone was just going mad, wasn't it? St Austell, best of luck. It must be fantastic.
Absolutely incredible. And that's because we're a football club with good people. I keep saying it, but it's a football club with good people, which attract good people and masses. And that's why social media is going mad, and that's why we've got 877 here today. The club deserves every single bit of it. Yeah, absolutely every single bit.
Fantastic. Just one more question, Phil. Wembley, is it a dream still?
It is a dream. Told them before the game today, it is a dream, but whilst the dream's alive, we'll continue to believe that it might just be an opportunity for us this year. And while we show that we can go and play football at Greenwich and play them off the park when we want to, and we can show today that we can roll our sleeves up and deal with this today, we've got a bit of both in our ranks. We can scruff it out, and we can play teams off the park. So who knows, Dave?